Okay, if we remember before, we had no brake lights. Yeah. No idea.
I also own a farm.
Here we go. You are now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. So, we have the Mack in the shop and we were servicing it this morning. Dan got done tedding and I said alrighty, I had to run and get some parts for the Mack and some other items. Jumped in the tedder. We're gonna get all of our ground tedded, drop this back off, wrap the Mack up, going on the manure tank. Gotta have everything good. We got brake cans to do, airlines to do. I was servicing the rear end, so you guys were sitting on the computer getting uploaded from the last 5 days of everything that's been going on. So had to get everything off the camera so that we could edit it and get it to you guys. But this week coming up, so it is Sunday, this week coming up is going to be a very, very busy week. A lot of manure to move and bales to bale and bales to move and things, a lot happening. So I appreciate you guys, but we're gonna get this tedded out. This is not gonna be ready to go tomorrow. I don't think so. I don't think we're that lucky. So this will be a Tuesday thing, but Aaron said after Tuesday they got way too much going on. There will be no baling, which I got this and then we're done for a while with any major crop work. We got spraying and probably top dressing on some of it, so, and then just maintenance and keeping things cleaned up and projects. So backside of the pad, you can see it doesn't look that great, but we're working on it. But if you don't remember, or if you haven't watched the previous video, the mower gave us a lot of fits, so probably working on that to get that back going for them. That will be a good thing on the list. We're thinking pressure relief valve, but it could be a pump, and that's kind of scary. So it is parked up on some ground that we rent, and we might try to get it back to Dan's shop, easier to work on. Had Christian come in and wrap up anything for me to mow, and yeah, we're in a good place. Corn is all on the ground. I feel a lot better. It's supposed to be very hot this week, and then we're supposed to get some more rain, which if we have 90-degree weather during the week and then we get a ½ inch of rain on the weekend, that is ideal. Stuff is gonna grow. So alrighty, well, I'll stop rambling. We'll keep tedding away on this. Got to get folded up, go to that next one, and then hit the other ground and get right back into the Mack, and I'll show you what's going on there. Well, there it sits. So that is on the list of things to either get back or figure out. I did not ted this first field because it was close enough to the house. That stuff out there is heavier. Honestly, this stuff is probably going to be more bedding. The quality of the feed in it's really not that great. But yeah, I'm excited. The seeding's starting to come up a little bit. It could use a drink of water, honestly. After this week, it definitely is going to need a drink of water. But we got that all tedded out last night. The house is right there. I wasn't going to go back and forth all night. And he goes, oh, I saw you out here around 11:30 still. So I got good landowners, like I've said before, and I appreciate everything. But we'll get this tedded up. Should dry pretty nicely for the rest of the day and see exactly where it is. What was I saying? I really appreciate my landowners. We got a hot dog, a cheeseburger. Yeah. So I'm sitting here, I get a phone call. This is Ray. He's a manure hauler from Western New York. And he's like, I'm sitting up on Hanson Crossing over there, and where are you at? And so he came up over here, and he's been riding around. We've been talking about life. It's wild. Really good guy. We are done tedding for the day. and Dan is actually up there raking that up. So I take it Baylor's running today up there. Dan's got quite a bit of feed, so he's gonna ted again. He tedded this morning, and then I think mine might have to get tedded tomorrow. We'll see exactly where we get to. It's such a small world. So he hauls manure out, I don't even know what town you're in. Not Pavilion, but out that way. They got 2 trucks, used to dairy farm and do some hay and stuff like that. Hell of an operation, hell of great people, and we talk all the time, and we've passed each other in places when I'm coming back with manure or coming back from stuff, and he's headed up to Vermont. And so he called me and said, hey, I'm here. That doesn't mean everybody just stop in, but people that I've known for quite a while, makes for a small world. He drove, I don't know, what is it, 3.5 hours one way. So the fact that he drove out here just to hang out with me for a couple hours, yeah, fun. Alrighty, we got stuff that's got to go on this truck. The rear is good. We got to check the front rear. We got to fix the mud flaps because they are bending from trailer abuse on these fenders. Someday these fenders are coming off. The manure, hopefully we're just going to wash everything down once we're done, and it will be clean to go. Grease everything, transmission, clean the cab out, check tires. And is there anything I'm missing on this? I don't think so. Yeah, clean out, get it cleaned up, get it full of fuel, and then we got to go on the trailer. We do have spare belts now, and oh, we got to blow the radiator out. Okay, it's coming together. Rear ends are all good, transmission's good, everything's greased, tightened up. Had to get clamps, had to put the heat shield back on here because this was actually starting to melt. It needs a bath, radiator blown out. Yeah, so this wheel hub cover, is that what I'm saying? Wheel bearing cover. So it is clearly leaking. We have a brand new one here. I gotta figure out where I ordered these from so we can get new ones. I'm just gonna take that off. It's been dripping like that and it does not look good. Plus it means we're losing fluid in there, which is really not good. So this is still an original one over there, but I'm gonna order another one so that we're in a good place as far as well, having spares on the shelf. So previously we were gonna change it, and then I thought maybe it stopped leaking, had enough fluid, but I'm not going into the week with something that is leaking. Okay, we'll get it changed right out. Yeah. Screwdriver. I got one right here. Came back and it actually fell right off by itself in the meantime. Okay, brake clean, clean it up. Throw the other one on. GoPro, stop recording. Okay. Good to go now. Eventually these fenders are going to come off, but we had some battles, and this American flag mud flap here, it started rubbing through, so we're retiring that one. We cut them. Problem is it pushes down sometimes on the tank, especially on really awkward farm entrances, field entrances probably, and it started bowing it out, which then bent everything, that then shoved it back into itself. So yeah, we got the one on. We did have a casualty. Hot piece of metal landed on the air hose while I was plasma cutting. And yeah, so we're gonna have to cut the end. That air hose has been really good to us. Had it almost a year now, over a year. So let me throw this one on, and then we got to do some wiring, clean this thing, and then we got some stuff to do on the trailer itself. New flaps are on. They're not perfectly straight, but they work pretty good. So they're not rubbing. Like I said, someday these fenders are going to come off. It's the look of the truck. We got to wash it and see exactly where we're at. But alrighty, wiring. Let's see, the other day, actually, what am I doing up front? I was gonna do, oh, wiring up front. Are we good here now? Yeah, we're good. So the light stopped. Well, actually, I got a few things we gotta do. We gotta take this dash apart first. Something that really bothers me. This ground always goes out. So we gotta figure out why that light jumps around, because it's annoying when it starts flickering. I think I found out why. Just drop everything. When I pulled it out, it's in two pieces. I don't know if I have more of these. Well, I took the bulb out of the fuel gauge because when we're running at night, I know how full we are anyways. I'm not looking at that. So we're gonna have to get some more of these and have some spares. So at least the speedo won't flash all the hole right there. Now it makes sense why it was doing it. Thought it was a ground side, but it wouldn't be the ground side because the Bulldog is always lit up for the high beam, low beam. Okay, if we remember before, we had no brake lights. Yeah, no idea. I don't think we've had brake lights for a long time, to be honest. So, got the power probe out and we're working through some things. And I was like, that's weird. Everything's right. It should work. Well, I traced some wires back and this connection that I thought was going the right way was switched. So now, if we take the drawbar from the 27 and Billy's mowing my hillside. I got good neighbors. The parts are in for the tractor, the gentleman that's helping me with it. You know who you are. I appreciate it. I'm excited to have that tractor run. But John mowed most of my yard, but he doesn't mow the hillside. So now we got that. If we come back here. Really? Does the key have to be on? Key's got to be on. So the brakes are still released up there. Brake lights. Okay. Okay, we're getting everything figured out. We got brake lights all the way around. We got to just wire some stuff up a little bit better. This light started losing most of its running light LEDs. And so I took the cover off. Well, first off, we were corroded underneath. Had to grind down stainless steel to aluminum housing, corrodes, then it doesn't ground. Ground it down. We're good there. We got a new light for us. We just gotta swap it and wire it up, throw it back in. But there's a mouse nest in here. I don't know how it would have got inside this box, but it clearly a mouse nest. I don't get it. Some days it makes me wonder. Alrighty, let me swap all this around and throw this, because we got to clean it, grease the trailer. We still got to put the hatch back on, and it's getting a little much later than I wanted it to be. Got it all figured out. So blinkers running. These trailers are wired that you got brake. Blinker's not working. Huh. Okay. That's so weird. That is annoying, actually. Wonder if that ground's going bad. I don't like what it's doing. Now it's working, but it's like it's not grounding through it itself. So we're gonna clean up the back side of this. And that way we know it's good. This isn't the first time we've messed with this one, but since we're at home, we can we got all the tools we need. So okay, we got some issues. I'm not really sure what's going on. If that broke inside, because okay, let me put this down. Plenty of ground. This does have voltage coming into it. I know that power probe's in there. Okay, line of sight. But this will not ground out. So I can put ground to it and it's not working. So it's like this broken side of it. It's disconnected or something. I don't really know now. Why? I don't get it. We got ground, and then you got power. But when we put the light bulb in, nothing. I don't see anything wrong with the light bulb. It's just stuff that you go down a rabbit hole. Fix one thing, go down a rabbit hole. Okay. So that one doesn't work. So that bulb must be junk. This one is an LED bulb. But I believe if we leave the LED in the trailer, because we haven't done anything, if we turn just the left blinker on, it's gonna not flash or do something weird. Yeah, see, there's not enough draw. So we need a light bulb. What I'm gonna do is leave that LED one in there, and we'll just have to manually swap it till we get a light bulb, but I'll leave it out because I don't have a spare of whatever these are right there. So, oh, that's weird. It's not working now. Okay, I think the lights are actually good. I threw the one LED in because it works, but it works off of lower voltage. So I'm thinking the flasher relay is our issue. It's not putting enough voltage across to the one side, because it works going the other way. That's what I'm kind of thinking. System voltage is over 12, but when we put a, here, I'll show you. Yeah, see, that voltage is not high enough to pull it to actually flash it, which is kind of weird. I'm confused by that, but alrighty. Well, now that it's way late, I was like, oh, I'll be done at like 6. It's 8 o'clock. We go to bed now, we get 8 hours of sleep. So this is the sand that we got out of the tank, and you can see it's like beach sand. We are building the beach here. It doesn't smell. Back out here. Gonna fill the pump up. Got it put up next to the pond, and I had a nozzle, like a handheld nozzle to change the flow, and it did not work well in the tank. I threw it and I don't know where it went. That was when we were cleaning the tanks and we were way late. No idea where it went. It wasn't very good, but I was hoping I could find it, and there it is. And maybe that will help me wash down some of this, or maybe we'll drip it off like we did. So we're gonna try to get some of the bigger stuff off. I can stop tomorrow morning real quick and hose the rest of it down. Because it's dried on, this might actually work out halfway decent. It's not high pressure, but it moves it. Oh yeah. We need to get our well, you need a pressure washer. I think we've given up on the one, but we'll get it cleaned up quick. Well, got it a little more cleaned up. There was a lot of manure on the tank, especially in the top trough. I gotta put the door back on and grease the swivel, make sure everything works as far as the boom up and down, and we will get right after in the morning. So I don't know how these videos, this is gonna be the end of this one. Probably a short day, but did I leave the lights on in the shop? Yeah. Oh, something's in the shop. If he's in the shop barking at it, I can hear it. All right, I'll go over there. I am absolutely soaked. You guys can't see any of that because it's dark. All right, let's see what is in the shop. It sounds like he's in the shop. Yeah, he's got something. He's barking by himself. All right. Oh. That took a little longer than I thought, but it's I feel better. I don't see anything. It's the raccoon. All right, we gotta get it. We had a joint operation, me and Yanko, and threat's taken care of. That little guy, nasty. Yeah, he's up in the rafters here. He's been in the barn. He opens up the grain, rips everything down, opens bags. Yeah, he's been, and they carry diseases and stuff. So I made sure Yanko stayed safe during the whole time. I checked him if he got bit or anything. But that threat is taken care of. So, alrighty, I gotta get that truck brought out here, wrap up what I need to do, move my pickup, move that stuff. That way they can get in and out doing hay. Appreciate you guys watching along. Soaked, absolutely soaked, but feel better, and we're hopefully gonna go make some money and move some manure. So appreciate you guys, and see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.